levels of history. The first one is the first 8 years we were working as an NGO. We were dealing with upland communities, we were providing training, linkaging, skills development, and we ventured into a little bit of trading and brokering as a way to address marketing issues of communities. But we found out that did not work, and so we ventured into the more real business of marketing, but we focused on processed food products, primarily because of the value addition. As against commodities, we saw that processed food products would provide more margins, better income to communities. So in the second half, we professionalized ourselves. We registered our organization still as an NGO, but we got now staff who came from the industry to do the marketing for the communities. And we are targeting the supermarkets, and our services have now extended to value chain management. We do branding, and we do product innovations for growth and expansion, both our business and of the communities. Our core business is mainly what we call to bridge this big market divide. Communities have always been saying there's a big problem in marketing, and what we do is we're the ones standing in between the communities and our target market are the supermarkets. Our community-based enterprises are those that engage in sustainable agriculture, sustainable forest resource management. These are mostly marginalized communities located in very faraway places in the Philippines. And then why we chose the supermarkets, it's primarily because in the Philippines, when we talk about processed food, and I guess also in other countries, it's supermarket is the main market. And I think there's already a study by the International Food Policy Research Institution that the consumer is now really moving towards the supermarkets than the traditional markets. And the net impact would be is that it becomes more complicated for small farmers or for small communities to access this main market. So there will be a further displacement of these communities. So what would be the thing that we did? By standing in between, we were trying to address three major barriers. In terms of community-based capacity, the requirement for distribution infrastructure, logistics support, the market and trade perception and policies, these are the major barriers that we saw when we entered marketing with the communities. CBE capacity, they really don't have any marketable products. In our experience, when we look at the community, they just made something, put it inside a bottle, maybe put a label it and then start selling it without even really knowing what they're really selling. In terms of quality, in terms of pricing, in terms of getting the taxes, most of our communities that we work with don't have that. Second, if they have the product, it's really hard for them to reach the markets. The transport cost is so expensive. They don't have product warehousing, redistribution, trucking. In fact, the whole facility of bringing their product from their area to the outlets is not present. And then finally, is that the markets see most of our communities are really unreliable. I think from their experience, they have had experience wherein they get products that of the wrong quantity, wrong quality, very expensive. And in fact, when we enter the supermarkets, the first thing they ask us, are those products safe? So what we said was, look, our products are really tested before we send it to you. These are lab tested to ensure that this will be good for the consumer. So these are the three things that we had to overcome. So we were in between. We were trying to temper and regulate the realities of two different worlds, the community and the mainstream market. And we were hoping that we can provide fair and better prices back to the communities and to the consumer through the channels would be quality products. How do we do this? Well, we basically look at the market, we look at the industries, we study the trends, the consumer preferences, we look at the information of how the products are more saleable. We bring this to the community in terms of technology. We try to improve on the quality, standardize, stabilize. We also try to link them with financial resources because most of them would really need an upgrade in terms of equipment, financial resources to finance their capitalization. And then in the end, hopefully they'll bring us finished products that are stable, well-packaged, competitive, or marketable. These are really a lot of activities. That's why we put in the middle. What we do is we identify our core business, which is basically distribution. Then we link them up with other service providers that we can tap so that the whole work will not be burden on us. And then we also outsource private sector business so to get efficiency. In the end, we call them not really beneficiaries but business partners. So this is, if you follow it going around, what we see as an important trait in the business is the innovation for competitiveness. Like for example, we have a main product, it's Muscovado, and normally Muscovado is being just traded as raw sugar. But the way we see it, we can change Muscovado from just selling it as raw sugar. Maybe we can package in sachet. The bottom one is actually flavored sugar. The middle one is already Muscovado combined with coffee creamer and coffee, the 3-in-1 coffee. And the third one is Muscovado that we plan to position as a drink, as a what we call a local iced tea drink. Because in the Philippines, the iced tea drink is really a big market. This I also like to show because if you will see this is our structure, there's a line between the EO and the Partner Suppliers Council. Technically right now, they're not within the organization, but because we do value the partners of the communities and we see them as not different from us. In fact, we see that without them, we really don't have a business. It's really a symbiotic relation. Right now, they're a council that every year we consult with them to set the pricing, to set the targets, and to discuss the issues of the business, such that they become part of the whole business. We don't want to see them as us against them because that has always been the issue. So with us, we would like to eradicate that, and maybe in the end, we would like to become them to be part owner of the business. So this has been operation. We've been increasing. I'd just like to point the direction of the line going down. A major concern of the business going down has been financing. And this is the trend. The first 3 years, the sales went down because we really ran out of money. Actually, when we started the business, we didn't have any money at all. We used our existing money, the money of the community, but in the end, because of the trading arrangement of supermarkets, we started to have a fight with the suppliers because we couldn't pay them on time. This was the time when Tentai's group, the FPSDC, decided to loan us funds. And then just to show you the income, it says here that for every 100 peso, 34 pesos goes back to the community. So this is saying that unlike before, income is now being provided better to the community. This is one of the products, marks the tap, and this is where we're covered. Thank you.